Welcome back to Our Issues Milwaukee. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. Our focus this morning has been on the exciting things Milwaukee has to offer. Milwaukee is one of the top cities in the nation for per capita donations for the arts. It's home to a world-class symphony, ballet, and opera. A wide range of venues and an exciting schedule of touring Broadway productions round out a performing arts scene that's second to none. My next guests are here to tell us more about the United Performing Arts Fund, which provides operating funds for 38 performing arts groups right here in the Milwaukee area. Glen Hackmann is the vice chairman of Robert W. Baird Company and the 2014 UPAF campaign co-chair, along with Bob Arzbaecher, who is the chairman of the Actuant Corporation. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I'm glad to have you both here today. Let's talk about the United Performing Arts Fund and what it is you do.
Well, Andrea, the United Performing Arts Fund is a community-based fund that supports the performing arts, and it is the largest in the country. And last year we raised $11 million to support these 38 arts groups, 15 of which are member firms, and the remainder are affiliates that we support in this area. So we have a broad base ranging from downtown Milwaukee to Waukesha.
Even Racine, right?
And Racine,
yeah,
right.
Yeah, it's awesome. And UPAF has actually raised more than $265 million since its inception in 1967. And you just mentioned that last year you were able to raise $11 million. I believe that's the highest ever.
That was a record.
Yeah.
So
what is the goal for 2014?
Bob, you wanna...
Sure.
Drum roll, please.
Yeah. We announced it last week. It's $11.7 million, so a 6% increase. Kind of a audacious goal for us, but one we think is achievable.
Yes, indeed. And how long does this particular campaign last?
It runs until the first part of June. Actually, like the second week of June is when it ends.
So people have plenty of time to give once they've heard how they can donate. They will have some time to get that accomplished. Let's name a few of the organizations that benefit from this community-wide fundraiser. There's a long list. So you've got the Milwaukee Rep, and what are a few others?
Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra, the Florentine Opera, the Milwaukee Ballet, Milwaukee Youth Symphony Orchestra, First Stage Children's Theater, which is an organization that Bob is very involved with.
And it's all very good. It's just a good thing knowing that so many organizations from so many different levels are able to benefit from this particular fundraiser. So in your opinion, why are the arts so important?
Well, it really makes, from my standpoint, it really makes, it gives us an opportunity to make Milwaukee a destination for young people to come and live and work and make Milwaukee a great place to live.
And your opinion?
Same thing. I mean, I absolutely believe that the arts is a critical area for creativity, and people are looking for that destination in an area where UPAV and UPAV groups are in all the schools and doing arts education. It's just there's no answer to filling that gap if it's not for these arts groups.
I totally agree. And the arts, and you've made it very clear, not only make a community a better place to live, it also makes a huge difference with our local economy. And we actually have some video to give some great examples of exactly how that is for our viewers at home. Let's take a look.
In 2007, I was recruited to come here from Philadelphia. And people would all talk about some form of the arts. So as we're walking, after spending a few days, just getting a chance to understand the city, we kind of understood the culture. When you have a robust arts program, it sends a message socially around the consciousness of the community.
I mean, it gives that vision of we're progressing, we're moving forward.
The arts create a quality of life that's very important to recruiting skilled talent from other places to come and live here.
Although it was really cold, we decided to make the move, and we couldn't be happier 5 years later. So, and we love the Repertory Theater. It's probably one of our favorites.
UPAF isn't just about Milwaukee. It's about the vibrancy of the entire region and the sustainability of the economy of all of southeastern Wisconsin.
Directly, approximately 6,000 people are employed by the arts in the community, which generates almost $100 million in direct wages.
Every time someone comes to Milwaukee that goes to one of our performances, they spend money on parking, they spend money on food, they'll buy a magazine, they'll buy gas. All those things trickle down through the economy across the entire region.
A strong arts community supports the whole community and supports the entire city.
So we've talked about the arts and making a difference, and I think it's important for people to know that there are a lot of underserved at-risk kids that actually benefit from the arts education and the after-school programs that actually are funded by UPAF as well.
That's correct, and actually these art groups reach over 400,000 young people in our greater community each year. So it's a great place for kids to be involved, and not necessarily just to learn how to sing or how to play an instrument, but how to grow up. That is, building character, how to be part of a team, how to have the discipline and the perseverance to learn how to play a musical instrument, for example.
A lot of the groups use the term life skills through stage skills, and I think that's exactly right. Exactly what you're talking about.
Perfect idea.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. And I think that when you talk about kids being exposed to the arts, regardless of their economic background or where they live, I mean, it really, truly does broaden your horizon. And I think that adults too have to be a little more open-minded. Sometimes people say, oh, I could never sit through a ballet, but I think people should go to do something different or expose themselves to something that they thought they may not enjoy. You've got, whether it be the ballet or the opera or the live theater, all of these things have so much to offer, and to be able to view individuals on stage and see that enormous amount of talent, it really is, for me, it's fulfilling.
It's really, it's really exciting to think that in a town or community that is the size of Milwaukee, that we have all of these vast opportunities that we can choose from. And for young people, particularly who are young professionals, to get involved with the arts too. It's a training ground for our young professionals.
I agree. And I think that this is a great time to let individuals know that they can donate, and there's more than one way that they can donate. So give us a few of the ways they can do that.
Yeah, let me walk through that. So the easiest way is to go on upaf.org, which website we'll talk about it. A lot of people, if you're part of if you're employed by one of the companies in town, over 200 companies have workplace giving campaigns. A lot of times the companies will match the gifts of individuals, so you get the power of the dollar. We have the Ride for the Arts, which is June 1st this year. Is over 7,000 people ride bikes on the lakefront. This year our focus is really try to get the pledge dollars up with that bike riding, and that's a big initiative, but ends at the Summerfest grounds and is a just a terrific place.
Yes.
This year we have a West Side campaign, so we're focused really on Waukesha County We kind of say Wauwatosa tour all the way to Lake County. I had a kickoff this week on that, and a $1.5 million sub goal of that $11.7 million goal. So that's another area that we're really trying to draw people into the campaign with.
Good stuff. And there are some privileges that come along with making a donation. Is there a certain amount of money that people can give, or does any donation are you accepting any dollar amount?
Well, we accept any dollar amount, of course.
I knew you'd say that.
but of course. Yeah,
yes.
Didn't have to think about that long. But there are benefits, and we have a smart card, for example, which provides an opportunity for people to buy one, get one free for all of our member groups.
That's
and
awesome.
If you give $100, and if you give that, if you get a smart card, actually the return on you is equal to $500 if you use that for every one of our member groups. So it's really a great benefit to give that, to give.
And everybody that makes a donation will receive the Arts Beat newsletter and an invite to the UPAF Ride for the Arts, which again is in June.
Right.
And so new this year, you're partnering with Marcus Restaurants, right?
Yes, this year we have a 10% discount at the Marcus restaurants as part of that smart card.
Okay, that's good to know. And Mr. Hackmann, the company you work for, Robert W. Baird, awards the Outstanding Achievement Award in employee giving. So people can do individual donations or through the workplace, and you guys recognize those companies.
Well, we recognize that Baird has a strong commitment to the performing arts and to UPAF, and we support that particular award because over 90% of our employees give to United Performing Arts Fund because they know the value of it to our community. And I know Bob's company runs the same kind of campaign.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm loving that. And before we go, I just want to mention the organizations that benefit from a UPAF and all that you do. A lot of them are out there for kids, and there's the Bell Canto Chorus, then there's the Milwaukee Chamber Theater, Milwaukee's Children Choir, and then Dance Works. And I stumbled upon this video from a couple of years ago that was from the Dance Works Mad Hot Ballroom and Tap Competition. And like I said, this is from a few years ago, but it just shows you how awesome these programs are. Let's take a quick look. There you have it. So Dancing with the Stars.
Right. Well, and it reaches over 10,000 kids in our public schools who participate in that program. It's an outstanding program.
Yes, it is. And I definitely want to remind everybody at home that the United Performing Arts Fund Ride for the Arts is coming up on June 1st. And they definitely can be a part of one of the nation's largest one-day recreational bike rides that has generated more than $8 million for UPAF. So I thank you both for coming by today. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea.
All right. Glen Hackmann is the Vice Chairman of Robert W. Baird Company and the 2014 UPAF Campaign Co-Chair, along with Bob Arzbaecher, who is the Chairman of Actuant Corporation. For more information on the United Performing Arts Fund, you can log on to upaf.org. And that is going to do it for today's show. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. I thank you for watching, and we do hope you join us again next week as we take a look at our issues, Milwaukee. Have a great day.